Welcome back to our special extended coverage as rare tropical storm warnings are in effect for New York City tonight. Wind, rain from Tropical Storm Fay coming in tomorrow, stepping up through the course of the day and peaking most likely into tomorrow night. And Tropical Storm Fay is set to unleash up to 8 inches of rain across the mid-Atlantic region. This is a live look at Virginia Beach. Also going to be a risk for rip currents up and down the coast, and that's going to be another one of our big concerns. Certainly not a good beach day, though, as the storm is coming through. So right now what we're looking at is a 45-mile-per-hour tropical storm. Here again, those tropical storm warnings that we talked about along the Jersey Shore, up into the tri-state area, all of Long Island and the southern part of the Connecticut coast there as well. Southern part of Connecticut, I should say. 45-mile-per-hour storm. It is now moving north at 8 miles per hour, and this is the forecast track. Now, one good thing about this situation is the storm is not expected to get much stronger. And part of the reason for that is that it's not terribly well organized right now. Another part of the reason for that is what's going on with ocean temperatures, and I'll show you that in just a moment. So we're expecting most likely a mid-grade tropical storm, maybe 50 miles per hour, starting to tangle with the Jersey Shore during tomorrow afternoon, and then moving up towards New York City in the evening, and then beyond that into early Saturday morning, continuing up through the Hudson Valley towards the Adirondacks or into the mountains there in New England, Western Mass, and also into Vermont. So in those areas, in that mountainous terrain and also in the urban areas, that's where we could be looking at a pretty serious flash flood threat. But I want you to think about where this is. Right now, it is just offshore relative to a lot of the great beaches there in North Carolina, say Nags Head and Kill Devil Hills. And you notice what's going on with ocean temperatures. So this is the position of our storm. And you see these ocean temperatures where that are just to the south there. There you've got a water temperature of 86 degrees. And 80 degrees is what is requisite for the development and maintenance of a tropical cyclone. So 86 degrees right there where it is going. And then as we follow the path farther north, well, the water temperature starts to get a little cooler. We start to see 77 and 76. So it's not radically cooler, but it is certainly not optimal. And that, too, is going to have an impact on the intensity of the system as it moves farther north. That's going to be one of the reasons why we don't expect that it's going to get much stronger as it continues to move off to the north. So what we're going to see out of this is going to be a lot of rain. We're going to see a fair amount of wind, especially in coastal areas. That rain is now offshore. Some of those showers just beginning to tangle with the southern part of the Delmarva, but we are seeing some pretty strong wind there aloft, right near that core, at least that mid-level core that's developing. We look at some of the velocities here, and those blue colors, we're looking up pretty high, several thousand feet off the ground, but we're starting to see some winds of 60 miles per hour well off the ground. It's pretty typical that the wind is stronger well off the ground relative to what's going on nearer the surface. And so we do know that the storm certainly is trying to organize, and we are going to see some stronger wind beginning to move in tomorrow. So by tomorrow morning, we expect that this big mass of wind is going to start to move into the Delmarva, and winds starting to gust to 40, maybe 50 miles per hour there in Ocean City, Maryland, going into tomorrow morning and through the middle of the day. And Mark, that could be enough to cause some problems, especially right along the coast there.
Oh, absolutely. And gosh, it really is starting to present a little bit more organized at this point. Those bands around that developing center still getting better. So if you're watching from Philadelphia tonight, you got to keep that in mind. The city is under a flash flood watch as Tropical Storm Fay will bring heavy rain across much of the East Coast. Here in Philadelphia, certainly no exception. We'll start seeing a few showers as early as tonight, but gosh, it really picks up on Friday. Struggling to even get to 80 degrees, steady rain through much of the day, a chance for flooding, potential really ratcheting up throughout the day. Maybe some lingering showers or thunderstorms into Friday night and Saturday. So let's take a look at that high-res future radar here for Philadelphia. Now, really starting to increase that cloud cover overnight Thursday. Look at this. Look at the rain on the increase. The closer you are to the Jersey Shore, the more rain there will be. But gosh, it should come through Philadelphia in a big way. Late morning, early afternoon looks like it'll be the worst of it here in the Philadelphia area. Some of that rain will then go north and away. as we go through the rest of Friday into Saturday. I think we dropped out some of our data here, so there could still be some lingering showers. Now, want to go over to New York City, where a tropical storm warning is still in effect for the Big Apple. The Big Apple, Long Island, the Connecticut coastline, all included. This happens to be a live look at lower Manhattan there. Not a bad night, right? Looks okay, except we know things are going to change in a big way on Friday. Heavy rain throughout the day on Friday. Steady at times, heavy at times, and gosh, if you want to find pavement, New York City might be the place to go. So it just can't absorb that kind of rainfall. The storm runoff is going to be pretty intense. That kind of rain where you see the subways and it's kind of raining inside the subway stations. Keep that in mind. Friday night still raining. Saturday, maybe a few lingering thunderstorms. So again, you look at this. Right now it's quiet. We'll see it quiet through Friday morning's commute time. But gosh, you wind up into Friday afternoon and boy, oh boy, is it really raining Friday afternoon into Friday early evening. And here's Boston. Boston, where the flash flooding is the main concern here as well. We're going to see heavy rain coming on through. Heavy rainfall tomorrow night into Saturday morning. So a quick look at the timing here for you. Showers Friday late in the day, really picking up Friday night, continuing overnight to Saturday morning, and then easing up Saturday night to Sunday. We'll be right back.